Oh. Right. Hello, I am DK Mike, playing Farming Simulator 19 on PS4. Just to give you the heads up where I am right now. I'm on Mercury Farms, started from scratch with nothing. Let's take a farm tour, shall we? So far, I have got a little porta cabin thing, just as a start out. Eventually this will all be changed, so don't worry. This is only a starter. I've got the basic amenities to make some sort of income. I do have 133,000 and something. Unfortunately, the rest of the footage I thought I recorded didn't record for some reason. So this is the current situation I'm at now. I'm using logitech side panel and steering wheel, so just got to try and get used to it. I currently own fields 27, 10, 11, 20, 21 and 26. Now they are all ready to be harvested with wheat at the moment. Field 27 I've converted into a grass field, the reason being a grass field. I will have a guest appearance, a good friend of mine, who I class as an expert in animal husbandry. And hopefully he'll be making an appearance at some point, probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's something that I've set up. So what I've got to do now is basically harvest the 5 fields and sell the crop. I have also got to purchase field 9 and 8 and get them ready for a placeable area for the animals that I will sort out Tuesday. So today's video is mainly harvesting and basically repeating the fields with different types of crops, so I have it pretty much every crop that I need for the animal. Now, I also have the Massey Ferguson 8737, the Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S, the JCB 260, and the Mahindra. As well as that, I'm using the Crampe Bandit 750. For the Activa harvester, I'm using the Free Flow 25 footer, sorry. The Pronto 9 DC Horsch direct drill. The Hardy Mega 2200, and I'm using a butterfly effect here with the Novacat X8 ED and the Novacat 301 ED. And then with that I have the Kuhn GF 8712 windrower, or Tedder if you want to call it that. Tedder I think it is. Kuhn SR 314 rake. As well as that I'm using the Schultmaker Rapide 580V, and then I'm using the multi-purpose bucket with grabber, and then the Laguna 24 for my header, and then I have the massive MF farm silo, multi-filling station, etc, etc. So yeah, that's basically what I have. So yeah, now let me just check something. Yeah, cool. So going back to what I was originally doing, it is currently 27 minutes past 6 and I've got to get on with the harvest. So if we just scoot over to the harvester, we'll jump in the harvester and we'll make a start. It doesn't matter what order I do the fields in, as long as they get harvest. So as I said, I am currently using Logitech steering wheel, side panel and pedals, playing on the PS4. I do have the latest DLC downloadable content, the John Deere pack, and I also have the Anderson DLC, and the crikey, I can't remember it now. Mine's gone blank. Hang on, mine's gone blank. 2 seconds. When I see it, I'll recognise it. Oh, poo. I have one of the other DLCs anyway. Anyway, carry on with what I was doing. When it comes back to me, I'll mention it. I'm struggling. My mind's gone blank for some reason. I don't know why. Why is that field? Oh yeah, recently harvested. So yeah, I try and make my video look as realistic as possible if it was in the real world. It's not completely possible at all times. Reason being, unable to see my line where I've set up. Yeah, anyway. I play how I want to play, and I've said to people time and time again, play how you want to play, not how others want you to play. No one's forcing you to stay here and watch. So anyway, let's get on with this. This is obviously a live stream. I don't like doing pre-records because it takes so long to edit and upload. So I prefer to do live streaming if I can. There are other YouTubers out there. I can mention one or two of them, but for confidentiality and whatever reasons, I'd rather not because I don't want to get into trouble. But they play this and they probably do a better job than I can. But as I say, I play it my way regardless, so couldn't care less. Yeah, everyone plays differently. People like to play realistically, others they just cheat their way through it, or they just have a different look on it altogether. You know, they play differently altogether. You know, it's at the end of the day, if it's something you enjoy and you play a certain way and you get enjoyment out of it, who's stopping you? Oh crikey, look at all of that I missed. I would have music on, but due to copyright and all of that, not allowed. I play this game purely because I find it relaxing, enjoyable, and fun in a way. And it also gives you a good aspect of a day-to-day farmer's life. For example, working out in the fields, working with animals, and how I see it. And then this may start a bit of a debate, and if it does, I do apologise. But most of our food and products that we get from the supermarket comes from the farmers, and in my opinion, they don't get that much in return, money-wise. Yeah, there's farms out there that have either gone bankrupt or going bankrupt because of how expensive it actually is to produce a product. And I try and look at it from both sides of the coin. You know, with the everlasting prices going up and up and up and up, you got to think, how the hell do farmers survive? You know, that it's mere damn impossible. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for farmers and the farming community, especially in this day and age with a double recession going on. Oh, go away! I know it's not my land. With a double recession going on, you know, I'm quite surprised how local farmers are maintaining business or maintaining running, because if you think about it, overheads, you know, costs of fuel, maintenance, seed, fertilizer, it all adds up, and it's actually quite worrying and scary if you look at it that way. So yeah, I've got vast amount of respect for the farming community. If it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't have half the produce that we get in the supermarket on our table and in our bellies. So yeah, you know, shout out to all the farmers out there, I guess. But yeah, if you had a long day in work or you just want to sit down and watch and chill out, by all means, you know, whatever. Oops. Dup. The only down problem I have is I'm unable to see any comments or chat, because that side of things isn't running for me at the minute, and I can't quite work out why. I have been looking into it. I've tried a few times today, and I just can't work it out. So if you are viewing this, or you have commented, or what have you, apologies, because I can't see it. So, right, let's set this up now. Whoop, there we go. Right. Let that run for a minute. Apologies for my squeaky chair. If you can hear that squeaking in the background, I do apologise. I will be looking at investing in a new chair at some point, but just not right now. Right now is not a good time. So, right. Let's have a look. So yeah, if there is anybody viewing or watching, then hello, welcome to my channel. Yeah, I try and keep it a friendly channel. I won't accept negative comments. If I see any of that, then unfortunately your comment will be removed and deleted, and you will also be removed from my channel. So anyway, besides, let's crack on, shall we? So yeah, my delightful partner bought me as a gift, and a big thank you for sorting the house out. She bought me the Logitech steering wheel, side panel and pedals. Beforehand I used to play on the controller, and I found it a little bit mediocre. It didn't feel realistic enough. So basically, since I've had it, I can't stop playing. It's not only because I enjoy the game, it's because my life has become so much easier with the steering wheel, pedals and the side panel. Yeah, I love it. So from now on, every time I play Farm Simulator, I will be I'll be using my Logitech setup. As I said, I do apologise for for the squeaky chair. I am trying to maneuver myself around the chair so it doesn't squeak as bad. Right, so let's get the harvester unloaded whilst on the move, and then I'll take control. So it's currently 6:38 in the morning, in game time. Oh, you swine. I have 5 fields in total to harvest. Once they're harvested, I can then direct drill them. I may decide to even put lime down. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided. At the minute I don't have to put the lime down. But you know, I might just do it for good practice. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be running the series for. It depends how successful it'll be. And depends how many viewers I have that are interested in the gameplay. As I said, I'm on Mercury Farms, one of the best maps I've played on for a long time. I think the map creator is Alien Jim. I'm not 100% sure, I'd have to double check that. I could be wrong. Could be so very wrong. Oh, come on, back you come. There we go. And then forward. Yeah, there's quite a few maps out there that are good, that are outstanding. But then there's maps out there that catch my eye and I'm fixed with. So, you know, and unfortunately this is one of them. Yeah, or should I say, fortunately, this is one of them. I have removed the hedges and the borders just to make it that a little bit easier. And for the time being, the traffic is off, but I will be putting that back on. I will be making quite a few changes, setting wise, as we progress. At the moment I'm just trying to get used to my side panel and my steering wheel. I'm trying to give it that realistic feel, you know, but it's not necessarily possible. I mean, I will be doing quite a lot of in-cab work. There may be times where I will be sitting in that view just so I can see my lines correctly. Let me just turn around a sec. So yeah, you know, it all depends. You know, I will try and make it as realistic as possible, but at the same time I'll be trying to make it as easier for me as possible. So if I'm unable to see my current line or my current ridge marking, then I will go into spot view just whilst I complete seeding or fertilizing or what have you. So yeah, there'll be various different camera angles, etc, etc. Any one point you don't like any of the content, I'm not forcing you to stay and watch. If you're not interested, by all means do what you gotta do, but just don't leave any negative comments. I prefer constructive criticism to destructive criticism. So yeah, it's all about the viewers, I know that, but at the same time it's about what I enjoy and what I want to enjoy. I don't want this to become a chore. This to me is enjoyment. It's pleasurable. I enjoy playing it. I get pleasure out of it. Yeah, I find it relaxing, therapeutic, all the positive stuff. Yeah, okay, yeah, once or twice it has got a bit stressful. That's normally right at the beginning. But yeah, only positive feedback, positive comments, and positive constructive feedback. No negativity. This is a negativity-free zone on this channel, and obviously I want to try and keep it family friendly, because I do have young family members who do watch my channel and they do watch my content, so there'll be no bad language whatsoever. So if we can keep it clean in the chat as well, please, that would be much appreciated. Anyway, let's get on with the harvest. So as soon as we've done this field, we'll go and harvest the next field, but at the same time I'll get this field direct drilled as well. So enjoy! Speak to you in about 20 odd minutes. Something I didn't do on the last field was the headlands first. On this field, which is field 26, I'll do the headlands, and then the rest of the field then I'll put the straw swath on, so I can pick up some straw after with the forage wagon. So I'll try and get this done as quick as I can. I will be jumping between vehicles and other jobs. Whoop, this one's nearly full, nearly 100%. I'll speak to you again after. Right. Seems to be having a technical issue. There it is. There we go. Okay, so that's the headlands done. I'm now going to set the straw swath on, and I'll set a worker on this field just so I can make it whilst the harvester is finishing this field, which should only take him about 10 minutes maybe. I normally do all of it myself, but for some reason I just can't be bothered today. I'm just not feeling it, you know. So let's set the worker off on this, and let's jump in. Oh, I thought I had a spare tractor. I do. Right, let's jump in this 7726, and let's get the direct drill going. I haven't decided on what crop to put in next. I might go barley for a change. Oh, completely bloody missed it. Look at her. Look at her. Silly me. Right. So hook this up, and then we'll go to, let's have a look, field 21 first, I think. Yeah, we'll do field 21 first, and then we'll do field 20 after. And we'll do both from barley. So, right. Speak to you once I've done it. Darn, I missed a bit. I'll go back over it now. Go empty the harvester, no. This bloody chair. Okay, so I'm leaving that harvester to do what he's got to do for a minute. I've just come over to check the direct drill, and seems that he has finished that field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him now to do the next field opposite, and see how long it takes him to get this field done. So, line him up and then leave him to it, because I've got another field to harvest yet. So there we go. Just watch him for 5 minutes and then we'll jump back over to the harvester. Okay, so now we're back on the harvester. I think 2 more passes and then he will be done. I believe there will be 1 more field after this. Yes, 1 more field after this. And then we can go and spray the grass field then, and try and get a better yield on the grass. Right? Oh, 1 more pass, rather. 1 more pass, and then he'll be on the final field, and then we can go and work on the grass field. So I will speak to you when we go onto the grass field. Okay, so the harvester is now full, so once again I have to jump over to the tractor and trailer just so I can unload and let the harvester continue. Once I've done that, I'm going to let the harvester go on a worker. I'll do a straw swath again, so I can use that for bedding for the animals on Tuesday's episode. And then once I've done this field, we'll then be going to work on the grass field. I'll catch up with you on the grass field. Okay, so I just discovered my worker didn't direct drill the field. So as per usual, I have to go and correct his mistakes. I promise you, once this is done, I will be doing grass work. Speak to you when we get the chance. Okay, so that's the harvester done. We'll go and empty this into the trailer, and then we will see how we are with everything else, and then we'll make a start on the grass field, ready to turn the grass into hay. Hey now. Sorry. So yeah, I think that was the final field that we had to harvest. Just double check now. Wrong one. Derp. Yeah, that was the final field we had to harvest. So the harvester can go back into storage now. As to can the tractor and trailer once it's emptied, and then I'll set the direct drill up on the other remaining fields, and then we can make a start on... Actually no, because I need to get the straw up first. So we'll use the forage wagon, we'll get all the straw up. Bit of a boring, tedious job, I know. And then we'll quickly spray the field, and then hopefully it will be ready to cut, windrow, ted and rake, ready for the animals. As I said, that'll be happening on Tuesday's episode, so stay tuned for Tuesday's episode. And it's the wrong side. I thought I was the right side to start with. So, yeah. I've got a lot to do, and time is slowly getting away from me already. So, I'll drop this onto the trailer, and then we'll just leave it where it is, because it won't be used again until till the next harvest, which won't be for another 24 in-game hours. I think it works out. I think it works out 24 hours in-game time. If not, ah well. It'll be used when it's needed. So we'll park this up here and leave this one here. Powered off, and we'll jump over to the forage wagon. We'll start on the relatively big field first. Do a lot of in-cab work for this, so if you're not a fan of in-cab work, I'm sorry, but it's got to be done. It's part of farming that not many people see, and for some reason that's not picking up. Damn. Why? Lower pickup, 20. Turn on forager, 4. And no, that's reverse. Okay, so now it should do it. So once this is done, we can make a start on the field to our left, which is there. Ideally, I want to get that sprayed before the end of today, and then I know that it is ready for the second application, or will we? I think it'll be the second application. If not, it'll be. It's either second or third application. I think it's the second application that I'm going to be applying directly. I do know when it's in juvenile, you give it a spray, and then when it's just about to turn adult or premature adult, then you give it a second spray, and that way you get full yield on the field. However, excuse me, however, I have noticed the past couple of times I've done it, my yield rate has been a lot lower than it should have been. So unless I'm doing something wrong, or there's a different order to it all now, I don't know. But I haven't quite put my finger on it yet. But when I do work it out and suss it out, yeah. I think at the moment each field I'm yielding around about 75% rather than the full 100%. And I know most of the fields is because I haven't limed it, but you don't necessarily need lime constantly, because when I'm using direct drill, it basically plows the field or cultivates the field automatically anyway. So, you know, I don't need to plow it, even though it suggests plowing. But because I've taken plowing periodic off, I don't need to plow it. I can just direct drill, and it's one corner I've cut just to make it a little bit easier. I mean, as the series progresses, perhaps I will turn on periodic ploughing on and lime rate on a regular basis on, as well as the weeds, because at the moment I don't have the weeds on either. But that's purely because I've started the map on scratch. So basically I start with nothing other than £500,000, which I have used wisely. When I first started with the 500,000, I used it for tractor and trailer, and one or two placeables. Now with those placeables, I put down a seeding, a seed buying point and a fertilizing buying point. And the way I built my money up to start with was just by going back and forth selling a bit of seed in order to purchase my next tractor, basically. So all of the machinery I have now and all the land I have now is earned. You know, there's no money cheat, there's no government subsidies, there's no solar panels or anything like that. There's nothing there to generate me extra cash flow. This is all done by myself, by crop rotation, field rotation, whatever you want to call it, and a couple of sale trips, you know, back and forth with seed and whatnot. So that's the first trailer load. So basically what you see I have at the moment, or what I have now that you can see, is what I've worked for. I have cut one or two little corners, but as I said, as it progresses, or as the series progresses, I may make it more of a challenge for myself and make it really hard by putting the weeds on, ploughing on a regular basis, and lime application every single time. But come Tuesday now, come Tuesday now, when I have the special guest making an appearance, and hopefully we have the animal pens put down at some point in this episode. I'm looking at putting the animal pens down. But come Tuesday, we should be looking in a better condition. Quite a few changes made to the farm, perhaps new machinery, as well as new machinery, new animals, obviously. That field didn't do it. Sugar. Okay then. Yeah. So there are going to be. I missed a bit right there. There's going to be quite a few changes to this farm and during the series, and I've ploughed it all in. Well done, DK. You're an absolute numpty. Ah, shit. Okay, so it's only the 3 fields that have the straw swaths on. Lucky for you, but unlucky for me. That was my mistake. Trying to remember to do too much in such a short time. It's all good. It's all good. Note to self: make sure straw swath is enabled. So, there we go. Never mind. Live and learn, fool. Live and learn. So yeah, there's going to be quite a few changes upcoming to the farm. May at some point down the line purchase some more land, turn a couple of the fields into grass fields. I would like to do a cotton harvest at some point with the new John Deere DLC, and use some of the John Deere pack equipment, but yes, there's always a but. It comes down to finances, comes down to if the field is going to be worth investing in, if I'm going to get a good yield off of the crop. Yeah, it depends on the price of the cotton. Yeah, so this is just early stages. This is the starting out stage. Compare it to a couple of my other maps that are already set up with animals and everything else on it. This is, in my opinion, the beginning of what could be. Oh, why is it not picking up? I have done another Let's Play series on Mercury Farms on a different setting. Once again, the footage didn't go up on YouTube and I couldn't quite work out why. And then I realised it's to do with the algorithms. There wasn't a great demand for the content. So in the end, obviously the footage didn't go up, and that was out of my control. So hopefully now, because there's still quite a few people that show interest in Farming Simulator, I'm hoping that the footage will catch quite a few people's eyes, and it basically show different ways of how players want to play the game. Everyone has their own unique style. As for me, I try and do it, most of it in cab. As I said at the beginning of the video, most of my work is done in cab because for me it feels realistic, kind of. Because I come from a farming background, and I spent my younger days in and around farming. I know pretty much in and outs of farming. There's some parts I don't understand, obviously, because I was a young age, I didn't quite understand it and I didn't ask the right questions, or I just wasn't really interested at the time. However, that has changed now over the years. Quite a lot has gone on in my life. In my opinion, I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, because I enjoy it. I enjoy playing the game. I play it my way. And those that don't like the content, and I will stress this now, those that don't like the content, I'm not forcing you to stay and watch. You can leave anytime you want. Just do me a favour. No negative criticism. Right? I only want positive feedback. Unless I am doing something completely wrong, and then by all means, drop me a direct message. Say, hey, look, blah 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 blah, whatever. Don't come in for 5 minutes, have a look and go, hey YouTuber, you're rubbish. Give it up. No, I'm not going to give it up. Because some little random muppet has told me to. I'm not being funny. I play this purely because I enjoy it. I play it how I want to play it because I enjoy it. I don't care what anyone else says. You know, I'm just trying to share my experience of how I play it with everybody else out there. You know, and if people don't like it, as I said, leave. Go and pester someone else. Leave negative thoughts with them, not with me. I don't need it, and I ain't gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna change my style of play just to suit somebody else. Why should I? I play it how I want to play it. Simple as. And that's never gonna change. So, yeah, anyway, getting away from that little rant. Oh, bloody hell, I can't reverse today for anything. Let's have a look what I got. Bring that back over. Get that going. Yeah! Direct drill. That's what I was doing. Derp, derp. So I've got 2 fields to direct drill. Going to do them barley as well, I think. May as well. What's the harm? I can always use the byproduct. What? I didn't even do that field either. Dude, seriously. Something is messed up here. I need the byproduct. Byproduct, if you are wondering what a byproduct is, as well as your primary crop, for example, we just done wheat. The byproduct of that was the straw swath, which you can use for your bedding, for your TMR, total mix ration. Sorry. If you do hear me say TMR a lot, it means total mix ration. Which your cows and sheep and pigs need to get them to 100% effectiveness, rather. So yeah, basically what I'm doing, as well as building up for the animals, I'm building up to produce my own TMR, total mix ration, for the animals, instead of me buying it in. Because each time I buy it in, I think it would cost me around £3,000, £4,000 each time, especially if I'm using a big trailer as well. So I'm trying to make it cost efficient and cost effective by producing most of the stuff for total mix ration myself. So yeah, it's going to be quite a lot of straw, hay and grass, because at some point we will be doing silage as well, because obviously you need that. Now the 3 main ingredients for TMR is, unless you know it already, is your grass, hay and silage. So your 3 main ingredients, and that's pretty much what I'm working for, or working towards, because I do have to produce it myself at some point. I mean, if I needed to, I will buy it in, but you don't have the realism of operating and running your own farm on all aspects. So as well as field work, you've got animal husbandry, and as I said, that's where my special guest will make an appearance. Rather than animal husbandry, they say the animals are easier. I beg to differ. They're high demand. A lot of work needs to go into the animals. As for field work, it's pretty simple. What I'm doing now, basically, just on a much bigger scale. We're talking twice, 3, maybe 4 times the size of what I'm doing now. So eventually the end game will be having all the big fields, and then all the small fields will be sold off for basically to replace the big you know, the small. Basically, the big fields will replace the small fields. That's what I'm working for. But it is just a pain, to be honest. It is a pain. So yeah, the end game is to be self-reliant and self-efficient, and to make it a profitable farm. As I said in previous Let's Plays, I've achieved that, but never on hard survival mode, which I'm playing on right now. And yes, it is hard. I mean, the value of the crop is a fifth of what it would be on easy. So say, I don't know, say wheat is going for nearly 1,500 per litre, it would only be 500 per litre. So you'd actually lose £1,000 per litre. So you'd only get the £500 per litre. So you lose quite a big chunk, and this is, yeah, it's hard to make a profit. I can't see myself making a profit of any more than probably 850,000 if I'm lucky. And if I get any higher than that, I'm obviously surpassing myself and underestimated what I can do. But we shall see. We shall see. So anyway, enough of me babbling on. I'm going to leave you all now to enjoy the rest of the video. I'll give you regular updates as we go. So other than that, just sit back, enjoy. And I'll catch up with you in about half an hour. Okay, so that's all the fields direct drilled. The only thing left for me to do in a moment, once I've filled this up, is fast forward the time. So, it's not all the fields direct drilled now. There's always one field, I forget. And it's always the worst. And this one is the biggest pain in the bum. Because of the trees. No worries, let's get it done. Okay. Let's go external view. Let's see, what have we got the most of? Wheat. Got some soybeans. Let's do a soybean run. Okay, check the market for soybeans. 2.5. Vehicle shop grains, which is over there. Cool. My indicator's ready. Go to external so you can see. Where's all the bloody traffic? Oh yeah. Derp. Let's get rid of that. 21,000. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but it's an income, I suppose. Gonna have to think about purchasing a shed, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about purchasing a shed. Where would I put it? Only a vehicle shed. So if you balance silos there, let's have a look. Let's turn the engine off. Could put it there, or once I purchase that field and that field, that's where the animals are going. I don't know. I might buy the plot of land down by field 22. And I'm up there. Oh, that's the helicopter. Biplane? Yeah, biplane. Crop duster. Yeah, crop duster. So yeah, looking at it. Buy the plot of land by field 22, I think. Let's have a little look, see how much it is. I'm intrigued. Bloody hell. Okay, 150,606 is what I've got. Plot of land is 263,000. No. Okay, so let's have a look. How much is field 9? 39,000, so I could buy that. Convert that field then into... Right, let's buy that field now. Okay. Gives me something to do now. So I've just bought field 9, which is that one there. And I don't think it's got any crop in it. I hope it hasn't. Ah, soybeans. Great. What I could do then, harvest this field once it's grown, and then level it all out. Use the same floor texture as I have over here, and that would be the start for the animals on Tuesday, may I add, and I do have a special guest appearing for Tuesday. So yes, a little bit of excitement. Leave you all wondering who it could be. I'm not going to give away names, but very close friend of mine, expert at animal husbandry. So gives us something to look forward to for Tuesday. Something new, something fresh, something different for my channel or for my stream. And if it's successful, you know, that guest may become part of the stream on a regular basis. Pending. Depends on what everybody else thinks. So unfold. So we'll see how Tuesday pans out. As I said, I do have a special guest appearing. I think he's animal husbandry god. You know, he's got more patience for the animals than I have. I think I have more patience for field work than I do for animal care or animal husbandry, whatever you want to call it. I call it animal work. Either way. But if it becomes successful after a special guest appearance, then maybe it could become a regular thing, as in on all of my future videos, including one of my other maps that I have running at the moment. It's quite a good map, bit of a tight map, you know, you can't use huge machinery on it. but you can just about get away with medium-sized tractors. I can't remember the name of the map for the life of me. I'll have to stream it at some point so you can all see what I mean. I might stream that tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I'll stream it tomorrow. But yeah, you know, out of all the maps, as I said, Mercury Farms is the best map for me. Especially when it comes to animal husbandry. I'm okay at the animal husbandry work, but I prefer field work more than anything else. It's just, yeah, going back to, trying to think now which one. Farming Simulator 14, I believe it was, on PC. Or was it earlier than that? I can't remember. But I didn't bother with the animals. I'm more focused on. I was more focused on field work because, in my opinion, you get a higher income off the field crop than you would off the animals themselves. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's my opinion. And that's what I've always found. Certain crop tends to be a higher value than, say, chicken eggs, for example. Chicken eggs, okay, yes. Since 17, I think it is, chicken eggs have been a higher value. And they're low maintenance as well, low cost. I might get some chickens now. Well done, guys. Made me talk about chickens, and now I want to get some chickens. But yeah, you know, cotton tends to be the highest value crop, and then it goes soybeans, and then canola, I think it is, and then obviously you've got your Iran to consider about. But each to their own. As I said, everybody plays it differently and their own way. You know, there's no right or wrong. It comes down to how you want to play and how you want to play alone. Not what everybody else wants you to play or how they want you to play. You know, so obviously when it comes to streaming, there are, you know, strict rules and regulations in place. But whatever. Yeah, as long as you stay within certain rules and guidelines, you'll be dandy. Let's take the Mahindra for a spin. Sorry. Let's go prospecting. Let's go prospecting. Let's go and have a look at Field 22 area. See how much you get for your buck. Wait, handbrake. So have a look. So you get the field, which is an okay sized field, but I'm more interested in this patch here. It's quite level. And I could get a couple of sheds on here actually. Vehicle sheds. What's field 23 then? Let's have a look at field 23 quickly. Let's take a drive up there. Field 23, off the beaten track, which is up this way. Wow. Okay, so that's quite a big field. That's a bloody big field. My machinery and equipment won't do too well on it. It'll take me a while to sort this field out. And then you've got all the grass up here as well, with all the trees. Trees are good. because I fell the trees, especially those tall ones. I could get £1,000, maybe more, per tree. Lots to consider, lots to think about, lots of options. Possibilities are endless on this map. Endless possibilities. Handbrake it! I'm just messing around though. I shouldn't. Gotta have a mad 5 minutes every now and then, I suppose. So yeah, more serious note. Got a good bit of land up there as well. Is there a BGA on here? Is there a BGA? Yes, there is. Might be worth looking at that at some point. Ah, I've got grass fields. Might be able to do some grass work now. Let's have a little trip up to the grass fields in a minute. And see if I can do anything on the grass fields now. Because if I can start on hay, that'd be ideal. Save me having to wait on my initial grass field now. Whee, I'm all over the bloody place. I think I've had one too many cherries in the farmhouse. Here they are. I said that cider was lethal. I might just cut across this field. Sod it. I'm not driving all the way around. Cut across the field. Don't care. Cut across the field. So you've got field 36, 35 and 34. So where the devil is this grass field? I'm in it. Too many bloody trees. I ain't gonna be able to do jack around that. Let's go down to grass 1. Where's that at? Over here. Again, trees. There's too many trees on this sodding map. But a nice placeable area. Very, very big placeable area. So this could be another POI. POI stands for point of interest. What the heck was that? The hell? Really? Just dump a tyre in the sodding field. That's nice, isn't it? Phew. Fly tippers. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Windmill Hill. Let's have a gander up here. Because I know there's a placeable area over here as well, which might be a consideration as well. So the sell point is here. Oh, fancy. They've put cars here now. So this is the placeable area. See, this is what I'm on about. There's so many options and so many possibilities. It's endless. I don't know what to decide. I don't know what to do. See, my special guest, when they partake Tuesday, they'll be able to give me a bit of advice and suggestions. Now, as I said, you know, the possibilities are endless on this map. You know, I could... Ooh, field 51 is a grass field. Hello. And it's right next to the BGA as well. Shouldn't really sit in the middle of the damn road. Clever. Smooth move. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Let's have a look how much field 51 is. Let's have a look. See how much field 51 is, because it's a grass field, you see? Oh, 180,000. Wow. Okay, it's 180,000. So I need another 70,000 if I was to buy it. So with another £70,000, I can buy it. But then I gotta think, would I? Oh, I'm field 60 as a grass field. Hang on, how much is field 60 then? See, I don't know why I'm looking at grass fields. I've already got one. I know, silly. 275,000, but that doesn't include the BGA, which is a bit silly. BGA alone is 43,516. You know what? Thought I'd buy it. Right, so the BGA is now mine. So I basically need another 210,000 if I was going to buy this grass field. I don't know. I mean, I don't need a huge... Don't need a huge grass field. I could probably get away with the small grass field I've got. But will it be able to keep up with the high demand I'm going to need? That's what I need to ask myself. See ya. Being a bit naughty. Right, so if you compare those two big fields with the one field I have, you'll see a vast... Way doing donuts now. Bloody hell. So yeah, this is the size of my grass field. Tiny diddy thing. Probably half the size of field 60. Yeah, half the size of field 60. Dunno. I don't know. I don't know. And this is what forward planning does to you. There's no point in forward planning on this game. You can be a couple of steps ahead, but you can't think too far ahead. As I've just found out. Oh my days. See, it's not even germinated enough. Right. Okay, let's fast forward time. Just so I can get this field started. I gotta think. I've got to think. Whilst I wait for that, I'll do another... Oh, excuse me. Ooh. I'll do another... seed run. Just to give me enough cash flow for all my overheads. So whilst I do 1 or 2 seed runs, hopefully the time will fast forward enough. I'll catch up with you when we start on the grass. Enjoy! And would you look at that, the fields are going to need spraying before I know it. So I might have to do that before we do anything else. Okay, can't see a great deal on that field now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast track the time until the next day, where we'll be able to see the damage. As I said, I was unable to see. I was starting to struggle a little bit, so we'll sleep 14 hours. Typical! And it rains. Cool. Tidy. Right, we'll go back over and we'll have a little look. Let's have a little look. Okay, that didn't quite work. Sugar. Alright, let's pick this up. Oh. I don't know what to say. Couldn't see a great deal. I was unable to do a great deal. So, yeah. That's how not to do it, I guess. Yeah, I should have waited. Never mind. Oh well. Speak to you after. Okay guys, I'm gonna call the end of the stream there. Just want to say thank you for tuning in. Those who viewed, thank you, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Thank you.